at your favorite coffee shop, sweating can be really challenging. Why? Because we don't know what is the difference between a cold brew and a cappuccino and what can work best for us. Thank God we have covered all in this particular video. From the Arabica beans to Robusta beans, we have got it all covered. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So before moving forward to our favorite coffees, let's talk about some beans from the coffees originated. Yes, that's right. It might surprise you that there are two types of coffee beans which are available throughout the world. First is Arabica and the second one is Robusta. Now Arabica is one of the most popular type of caffeines available. They are sweeter and more complex and you can find them in a lot of cafes as well. Whereas Robusta is not more popular, it's not much popular, and it is cheaper as well. And it is more stronger as compared to Arabica coffee. So if your Monday morning is lagging, just grab a cup of Robusta coffee and you can get it going. Alright, so the very first coffee which is on my list is simple plain black coffee. Now this one is of course my favorite as well because it gives you instant energy and a shot of energy specifically before workouts. Now simple grounded coffee with a hot water is served warm, and if you want to sound even fancy, you can call it with its proper name, which is known as Cafe Noir. So black coffee is also known as Cafe Noir. So from next time onwards, whenever you get a menu and if you see Cafe Noir written on it, you should not get confused at all because it is similar to black coffee itself. Alright, coffee number 2. The next coffee is latte. The correct pronunciation is latte. Now this is one of the most popular drinks in a lot of cafes and among a lot of people. Now what this consists of, actually it consists of a shot of espresso milk and some coffee as well. Now it is given a touch of foam here, and also you can add in your favorite flavor from vanilla to pumpkin spice, whatever you want you can add in your latte and enjoy it. Now this brings to me the third type of coffee, which is cappuccino. Normally we pronounce it as cappuccino, but the correct pronunciation of this particular word is cappuccino. It's cappuccino. That's the correct pronunciation of cappuccino. Now this is made specifically with milk foam and a shot of coffee, but many a times people replace it with a cream shot instead of milk. Also you can request to add a sprinkle of cinnamon or cocoa powder to have this yummylicious cup of coffee. Another type of coffee is Americano. Now it is very much similar to the black coffee which we normally have. It has an espresso shot that is diluted with hot water. Now here is a pro tip for you. If you are making your own Americano, then I would suggest that first pour in the espresso shot in a cup and then add the hot water to it, and that's how you can make your own Americano coffee as well. Now the next coffee is espresso. Well, that is not the correct pronunciation of this particular coffee. We pronounce it espresso. The correct pronunciation of this coffee is espresso, not espresso as we heard a lot of times. Now what this coffee is all about. Now this coffee can be served solo, or it can also be used as the foundation for so many coffees in the cafes. Another type of coffee is doppio. Now doppio is more about adding a double shot of espresso, which can give you an extra pep definitely in your step because it is pretty much stronger. So if you are ordering a doppio for yourself, then think twice because it is very strong coffee. Now the next coffee is red eye. Now a red eye can definitely cure your tiresome morning, specifically after pesky flights. Why? Because it is a hot coffee which is mixed with an espresso shot, and it can definitely make your heart racing. So whenever you are tired, just simply order a red eye coffee and you are good to go. So another coffee is macchiato. Now here actually the real struggle comes. Why? Because a lot of people are not even able to pronounce it properly. Some pronounce it macchiato, some pronounce it as macchiato, but the correct pronunciation of this particular coffee is macchiato. Now what does it consist of? It is an espresso based drink actually, and it consists of small amount of foam on it, and it can be said as a happy medium between cappuccino and doppio coffee. So do not forget next time that the correct pronunciation of this particular coffee is macchiato. Next coffee is mocha. Now again I would like to add a little bit over here about the pronunciation of this particular coffee. Now the spelling is of course mocha, but it is M-O-C-H-A. So rather than pronouncing it mocha, the correct pronunciation is mocha. Now this particular coffee is for all the chocolate lovers, and you can literally fall in love with this particular coffee if you are a chocolate lover. Why? Because this coffee comes with an espresso shot along with the flavor of chocolate. So this is a go-to coffee for all of those people who are badly in love with chocolates. Another coffee is Ristretto. Now Ristretto is the spelling of this particular coffee, but the correct pronunciation of this particular coffee is Ristretto. It is pronounced as Ristretto, and it comes in with an espresso shot, but the amount or the quantity of hot water which is poured into it is pretty much less, and therefore it is little sweeter. Another coffee is Affogato. Now Affogato is a coffee which a lot of people like, but some of them may not like it. Why? Because it is a scoop of ice cream added to an espresso shot, and even if you want it more stronger for you, then definitely you can get 2 shots of espresso and you can add 1 scoop of ice cream to it, and that's how you get your Affogato coffee. So after going through a long list of hot coffees, let's move on to some iced cold coffees. Now what's more refreshing in the summertime than a cold coffee? So some of the best iced coffees which you can have your hands on are, so let's start with this. So first is iced coffee. Now it is simply a coffee with ice, and typically a dash of milk or foam can be added to it, and that's how you can get your iced coffee. Another type of iced coffee is Frappuccino, which is a very common coffee yet very popular among youngsters and other people as well. Now Frappuccino is more about blended iced coffee with some whipped cream on it, or foam, or some milk is added to it, and that's how you get your Frappuccino. Another type of coffee is Nitro. Yes, that's right. This is a coffee, it is a cold coffee, iced cold coffee specifically, and it is a cold brew with some nitrogen bubbles. Sound weird, right? But that's how it is. So it is a cold brew coffee with a froth. Also it is poured with a nitro tap. So that's how you get your Nitro coffee. So I hope this particular information was really helpful for you guys. I have mentioned a lot of hot coffees, also some of the best cold coffees which are available commonly in a lot of cafes around your area or your city or your country maybe. So I hope this information is gonna be very helpful for you, and you will not have a hard time now while choosing a good coffee for you. Thank you so much.